This cake decorating equipment is an absolute game changer when decorating with buttercream. This is a piping tip coupler. It comes in two pieces like this, and it's so useful when you are decorating with buttercream. It allows you to use the same piping bag with different piping tips. So if you don't have this, they're pretty inexpensive to buy, and you absolutely need this. So this will allow you to use the same piping bag with different piping tips, and I'll show you later on in the video just exactly how to use these couplers. And they come in two sizes. So this is a bigger coupler set, and it's for the bigger piping tips, and they usually, like I said, come in two parts. So let me demonstrate to you how to use a piping tip coupler. So you need all the equipment that you normally use when setting up your piping bag. You need your piping bag and you need the coupler. So I like to just have a rough guide of how big a snip I need to make. So it's better to make a smaller snip and then put your coupler through to judge whether it's big enough or not. It's easier to make the opening bigger, but if you made it too big, then that might be a problem. So you see here, rather than putting in the piping tip first, you're putting in the coupler, and you want to make sure it's nicely firm and secure, but that your hole is not too big. Now, if you've made a hole that's too big, just start again. Don't be tempted to use it like that. Okay, so this is what you start off with. So you put the first bit into the piping bag. I'm also going to show you a super easy way of filling your piping bag with buttercream to avoid any mess. So it's super stress-free, and I particularly like using this when I'm putting a lot of buttercream into my piping bag. So for this you need a tall tumbler. It could be glass or plastic, but it needs to be tall, and you want to basically put the piping bag into the tumbler and folding the edge around the tumbler, and then you can use your spatula or palette knife to gently fold the buttercream into the tumbler. And you can use the spatula to push it down in to fill it nicely, and once you've filled the piping bag, you can just unfold the edges of the piping bag out of the tumbler and basically just squish it and push it down. And this is the super easy method of filling your piping bag. If you haven't subscribed, can I ask you to take a moment and hit the subscribe button? It's just flashing up at the top of your screen. Thank you. So now you put your piping tip onto the top part of the coupler and use the second part, which is like a screwy bit, and just screw it onto the coupler, securing your piping tip onto the other end of the coupler. So I'll show you again. You put your piping tip on the top part of the coupler and then you screw it down nicely, gently, to make sure that it's well secure. So the reason why a piping tip coupler is a game changer is you can have the same piping bag and you can swap around with different tips using the same piping bag. So this is very good if you are wanting to decorate with multiple piping tips. So once you've finished piping, as I have here, all you've got to do is unscrew the coupler end and take another piping tip and screw it onto the bag and then continue with your piping. So you can see piping tip couplers save you time, money and effort, and any time-saving tips and tricks is a win in my book. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next week. Happy baking and cake decorating. Bye.